What it do? What it do? What it do? Trizap, Triple C TV. Here with me, brother.
Dion.
You heard, you know. Um, so we're back. The last episode got cut a little short, a little technical difficulty. So we're gonna just refresh a few things, put a few extra new things with sports, few things that happened this week, and then briefly finance market's been fucked up. Um, so brief on finance, and then we're gonna get into a little bit of music. Gonna do that for this little second segment. So first thing first, we're gonna start it out. We're gonna get the heartaches and shit out of the way first. What the fuck happened with the Colts? I was watching the game. I think I got halfway through. I ended up falling asleep sometime after halftime. They were back playing, so it was in the third quarter. But sometime in that, I ended up falling asleep, just passed out into a coma. I woke back up and I saw that the Chiefs made a pretty much a 21-point comeback, or that's how they advertised it. Whatever. What the shit happened? Please, just please. What
Well,
what happened?
they couldn't run the ball, and when you have the best running back in the league, that powers your offense. It makes it hard to score points.
That's a fact.
The Colts, the past 3 games, they've lost 2 of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Teams have discovered that you can just blitz the hell out of Jones, and he's gonna make a mistake in some way, whether that be a fumble or an interception, or just throwing the ball away.
Yep.
So this last game, there weren't turnovers that were the problem. It was just him kind of getting scared and dumping the ball too soon. So guys like Alec Pierce that need to get down the field to make plays don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Downs, they didn't really play as much because they were putting Mo Alley Cox in to help block because the blitzing was so crazy.
Yep.
So you lose one of your best short turn or like short route runners basically,
Mm-hmm.
which we've seen Downs get a bunch of like, hey, run a 6 yard in route. If Jones needs you, he's going to get you. But if he's not out there, it makes it tough.
Definitely.
So the offense is, and I think we're going to see this the rest of the year at this point because it's been 3 games in a row where teams have kind of discovered this is a good way to stop the Colts offense. So little concerning, especially considering Houston, who we play twice, has undoubtedly the best pass rush in the league, and just in general one of the best defenses in the
Fuck
league.
Houston. Okay, I'm going on record. We're gonna whoop their ass. We're gonna win
I
this
actually
division.
do have a good feeling about the game because this is the point in the season for the Colts where it's like, all right, we started off 8-2, like everyone's almost crowning us already as AFC like best team in the AFC. And now it's starting to wear down a little bit. And if the Colts want to make a deep playoff run, they have to prove it against teams like Houston. And so I'm interested to see how the next few weeks go. Because, I mean, the AFC South is all of a sudden became competitive. Jacksonville is 1 game back, and I'm not worried about Jacksonville whatsoever. We play them twice, and I'm expecting 2 wins because Jacksonville, nothing about them really scares me. I don't know how they have 7 wins.
Have the Texans and Jacksonville played yet?
They did.
Who won?
It was 2 weeks ago. Jacksonville was up by like 17 or maybe even more.
Sheesh.
And Houston came back and won. So I'm not worried about Jacksonville. Houston, that defense is insane. Their offense, not as good. So that is one advantage the Colts have because Colts are healthy on defense except for Buckner, which not having Buckner has been rough.
It has.
I think if they had Buckner against the Chiefs, they would have won.
Yeah.
Because they actually ran the ball really well against the Colts, and the Colts have a really good run defense. Part of that is because they have Buckner. But when he's out, I mean, he's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. So that hurts, and I think he still has to miss at least 2 more games. So it's going to be an interesting next few weeks here. I still have faith that they can pull some of these games out, but they have to actually do it.
They have
because
to pull these games.
if they're just going to start losing, and it's not like they've they've lost 3 games. They lost in LA to the Rams by a touchdown. The Rams are looking like the best team in the league right now.
Fuck them.
They lost by 7 to Pittsburgh, which that's probably the worst loss, but it was in Pittsburgh, and it is
Pittsburgh.
what it is.
Pittsburgh gets up to play us.
And that's how they've actually been this whole season. Like they have played bad teams close and good teams close. They're just one of those teams where they just kind of play down to their competition, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kansas City lost by in overtime by 3. Like none of the 3 losses really are that bad,
Mm-mm.
but the trends lately of how they've looked is a little worrisome.
They're not bad, but they're taking a steady slope down, and we don't need that.
Which like everyone almost expected a little bit because yes, this is Daniel Jones' first like actual good season, and everyone's been waiting for him to kind of fall off a cliff. And I'm not blaming much of it on him. I know he's had a lot more turnovers lately, and last week he just got a little bit scared in the pocket, I think. And it's probably because he's been turning the ball over. But it's like when you're being pressured that much, look at Stroud for Houston, who's been hurt lately. Their offensive line sucks, and his stats aren't good. Like you can't be a good quarterback if you don't have time to throw the ball. Like
how long has it been since they had that game in Berlin? What, 2 weeks?
It was they had last week and then a bye week, so it's been almost 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my cousin he did a brunch for that. Had everybody come over, they cooked a little breakfast, that type of thing. And I remember watching the game, and I remember telling my other cousins, them that was there, while we spent that money on sauce, I love sauce. I'm happy we have sauce. But while we spent that money to go get sauce, we should have been spending some of that money to go get us a quarterback and a kicker. Because I don't give a damn what. And everybody looked at me so crazy. And I said, name me a championship team that didn't have a decent kicker. I bet you can't name it. I bet you won't name
it. Kickers lose teams' playoff games. Bad kickers do. Okay. Yeah. And good kickers win.
And then I went to thinking about it, and we really, really need those two to win a championship. You need a solid kicker that you don't have to worry about, and you need a quarterback who, how do I explain this? You need a quarterback who doesn't make it harder on you.
Yeah.
That once you're up, you can just ask him to do anything. You ask him just go win us the game. Don't do anything extra. Don't. And sometimes I don't. 9 times out of 10, I don't feel that with Danny Dimes. I love what he's done for us. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it is some of this stuff I'm looking at, and I'm like, we probably needed to address that. We probably need to switch that up, swap that up, something. That's not good. So
the problem is finding a guy better. There's a lot of teams, like look at Minnesota right now, okay? So they had Kirk Cousins, who I think Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones are similar level players.
Mm-hmm. I could agree with that.
So Kirk Cousins was good for Minnesota, ended up getting hurt and was just old anyway, so they let him go. He's been horrible ever since he left. Because when you're in your mid-30s, interior Achilles, it's over. And that's just nature. So, but even when he was in Minnesota, like they had great teams. I mean, they had great defenses. They had great receivers, running backs. I don't even think they might have made one championship game, one NFC championship, and they lost, obviously. And obviously with Case Keenum that one year, the miracle where they was like that crazy catch at the end. Yeah,
I remember that.
So what have they done since then? Okay, they get Sam Darnold, who was amazing last year, and they were 13-4 and they lost in the playoffs. Sam Darnold, kind of a similar range as well. I think he's
Mm-hmm.
better than Daniel Jones, but they let him go, and now they have JJ McCarthy, who has been horrendous this year, who is basically a rookie. So like, give him a little bit of flack.
They trying to go get a draft pick.
Yeah, so it's like you can play this musical chairs game every year. Look at the teams that have won the Super Bowls lately. Okay, we got Jalen Hurts,
Mm-hmm.
we got Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
we got Tom Brady,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean those three names.
Lauren, the whatever her name. I can't think of her name, but some other shit too.
Yeah,
It's
so like unless you have a top five quarterback like Stafford, like unless you have a
mm-hmm.
guy like that, it's more about having a good guy that's not going to ruin the game for you. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Jones definitely has the potential to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen games where he has 3 or 4 turnovers, and it's hard to come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Daniel Jones is the best quarterback we've had since Andrew Luck retired, save for the Philip Rivers season, I'll say.
Oh God, that hurts.
It's been rough, but like I mean, up to this point, it's been one of the best offenses in the past 20 years, which I give more credit to Jonathan Taylor for that than Daniel Jones necessarily. But yeah, I talking about replacing Jones is it's hard to find someone that's better than even like a league average quarterback.
You really just said that is the best quarterback we've had since Andrew Luck, and I want to argue it so bad, but
I
I
okay,
can't.
I will say Philip Rivers was better. He was only here for one
No, he
year.
wasn't. No, he
We
wasn't.
went to the playoffs,
Yeah, fuck it. No, he wasn't. And that's why. So that is
but even then he was 40 years old. So like if he wasn't better, that's
that
why.
is
But like
crazy.
think about it, Brissett, who I love Brissett.
I
He's
do too.
actually playing well for Arizona right now.
I do
And I
too.
do have a Jacoby Brissett jersey, which I
That's
might be
nice.
one of the
That's nice.
very small percentage of people
No,
that
I
have that.
actually see a lot of people with Brissett
Really?
jerseys.
That's
I
good.
do. I do.
I
I see it.
loved Brissett here. I think if we had a better team, he would have done better. We had Brissett. We had Carson Wentz.
Mm,
We had Matt Ryan.
mm,
And then AR Gardner Minshew.
mm,
So like
mm.
it's been rough.
It's been a roller coaster. Yeah,
It's
we,
been rough.
we, we, we deserve a good team.
Yeah. So yeah, Daniel Jones, he's not Andrew Luck, but he's not Carson Wentz.
Oh, God.
So that's kind of where we're at.
And it's like that game when we played in Berlin, I saw, I, I remember watching and I remember saying, I see where the coach can't call certain plays because you have a quarterback that you really don't trust to not turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
Then we don't have a kicker. So any and everything is just we need to go score. We need a touchdown. We need a
Yeah.
touchdown. We need a touchdown. We need to. After a while, motherfuckers gonna get tired of that.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tired.
Yeah. And that is
Right.
one concern because like that Falcons game, I mean Jonathan Taylor had 250 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have that, and I'll give Daniel Jones credit because he made two huge throws in overtime that set them up to
Mm-hmm.
win that game. And there's been other close games this year where he's made massive plays. So like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unfair to put all the blame on him. And I know like that's just what it is with quarterback. I mean, look at Josh Allen right now. He's struggling. They have a pretty poor roster around him.
Mm-hmm.
But the dude that throws 3 interceptions gets the blame. That's just
Yep.
kind of how it goes.
Yep. Because you didn't have to throw that. Should have threw it out of bounds. At
Yeah.
least that's what they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy as
But
hell.
like you got to create offense somehow. And if Jonathan Taylor gets shut down, that's where it gets a little scary.
Oh, it's gonna get a lot scary. A
Which
lot.
we've only seen 2 games this year where he's had less than 100 yards rushing, I think. So it's not going to happen often. But you get to the playoffs, teams start clamping down. You know, it's it's a
Team,
touch worrisome. We still got some time to figure stuff out, but
teams got a longer time to scout on you,
yeah,
watch your film, stuff like that. Like, yeah,
yeah.
we
The
we
good
could.
thing is though, like the AFC this year is pretty bad. the Chiefs and the Bills, who have dominated for years, are both probably the worst versions of themselves that they've been.
What you think? What you think about the Ravens?
The Ravens are kind of like clawing out of a hole right now because they had so many injuries early on. They were, I think, 1-5, and
Mm-hmm.
ever since Lamar came back, they've looked good. But I need to see a little bit more out of them. But they probably will be a problem come playoff time. New England has a good record, but has played terrible teams, which people have said about the Colts too, and I agree with that. But New England,
Yeah.
I mean, they've played the Bills. They beat the Bills, which isn't looking like the best win either. So their
Mm-hmm.
record is kind of fool's gold. Denver, like Bo Nix, I don't trust. Great defense. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Houston situation where it's like they have a good enough offense so the defense doesn't have to hold them to like 10 points. Like they
Mm-hmm.
can kind of get away with it. But the AFC is not super scary this year, so that
It's
I
not.
do have a little bit of hope that the Colts can be better than most of the rest of the good teams. But
We win our division. We'll make some noise, which
yeah, that's a key.
I fully predict that we're gonna win our division, but we got to go out and do it.
Got to do it.
As long as we do that, we should be good.
Yeah,
We should
and
be
that's
very good.
this Houston game this weekend. I think is massive. Like, and it's at home. You know, if you lose
Mm.
at home to Houston, it's really hard. Really hard. You got to win
What's our record in the
2-0. They've only played Tennessee though.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
which you know
Yeah.
Tennessee's the worst team in the league.
Yeah. Get them out of here. All right. Yeah, we got to keep this good record up, y'all. Please. Mm, mm, mm. Um, what else we got? Oh, in sports, also in sports, one of the big stories for these past week, I guess, past couple days, whatever it's been. Draymond versus Kenyon Martin. Okay. Have you heard? What have you heard about this situation?
I knew that before we talked earlier, kind of updated me on the
Mm-hmm.
situation. I knew that there was some sort of back and forth going on. A lot of times I ignore it because old players always have something to say about new players,
Mm-hmm.
and people in general always have something to say about Draymond,
Mm-hmm.
which I put a lot of blame on him for
Yeah.
that. So I didn't really pay much attention to it, but obviously since I've been here, I've learned learned a few more
Just
details.
a little. So, for the people who haven't heard, Draymond and Kenyon Martin, they've been going back and forth. And it all started because Kenyon Martin pretty much said that he doesn't view Draymond as a tough guy, as one of them guys like them Anthony Masons, them enforcement protectors, them people who's gonna do anything to anybody and dare you to say anything about it. So Draymond, he responded with uh he doesn't understand why Kenyon Martin is speaking on him. He's from Detroit too. They're both from the same place, so he always kind of give him a little grace, and that basically Kenyon is not qualified enough to talk to him about anything because he did his uh, um, um, he got all them rings and all of that good stuff and all that. Oh, and basically called him a underachiever. Okay,
Which no one likes to hear
nobody,
that.
nobody
Even
at
if they
all,
are an underachiever, no
nobody,
one likes to hear
nobody at all. It's kind of hard. I do not want to disrespect Draymond. It's hard for you to call somebody an underachiever and you're riding on someone else's coattails. It just is. It just is. And do I think the Warriors would have the success that they have had without Draymond? I don't believe so. I do feel like they needed Draymond over there. But if I'm starting the team tomorrow, and I do mean a team, I'm picking Kenny Martin way before I ever picked Draymond Green. Way before. Actually, I think I did. I've done a 2K fantasy draft a couple months ago, probably when I first got 25. I've never put Draymond on any one of my teams. I've never drafted him on any one of my teams, and I've been doing that for a long time. It's never crossed my mind, ever, ever, ever. And then what makes it even more funny, which hold on, because I'm gonna see if I can find it, because we all need that chuckle. Then with that, Kenya Martin proceeds to list 200 players that he feels is better than Draymond, and wrote them down. No, that's not Kenyon Martin, Draymond Green. Yes, list. Okay. Kenyon Martin has created a list of power forwards he believes are better than Draymond Green, which include Giannis, Anthony Davis, Dirk Nowitzki, Charles Barkley. One, two, three, four. Okay, out of those four names, do you disagree with anybody?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Got it. Let me see
And
if
anyone with any sense wouldn't either.
um,
Unless you're like 12 years old,
definitely.
which they don't have sense.
Anthony Davis, Dirk Nowitzki, Charles Barkley,
Well, you say Ed Davis or Anthony?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, I was gonna say Ed Davis. That is a
Look,
hell of a reach right there.
I had to reread.
Love Ed Davis, but like, come on now.
Had to reread there. Yeah, Anthony Davis, Dirk Nowitzki, Giannis, because I'm not pronouncing his last name. Charles Barkley, I definitely agree with that one. KG, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman. He said Dennis Rodman.
Dude, Dennis Rodman was Draymond #1. And he went up against Detroit. Like, we were talking about some of those Detroit teams before this.
He said Dennis Rodman.
That's not even a debate. Watch The Last Dance and tell me that Draymond would have withheld in that environment.
That's a fact. Popeye Jones, Bo Outlaw,
Bo Outlaw.
Cliff Robinson.
Holy shit. Cliff
Let me see other players: Karl Malone, Chris Webber, Mari Stoudemire, Chris Bosh, Rasheed Wallace, Pau Gasol. All of them were named. I need the full list.
So is it 200 just big men? Basically, that he's naming here?
Oh, whoops. I had the number wrong. It was 50.
Okay.
50 power
I was going
forwards.
to say 200, better. That would be.
But I
but
do
50
remember
is an extensive list, either way.
But I do remember them saying, I do remember them talking about 200 somewhere. Somebody said 200. I don't know. Yep. Kenya Martin, former #1 pick in the draft, lists 200 power forward. I knew I seen 200. I knew. That is just funny.
And this is mostly in a timeline of the past 30 years, I would imagine.
It has to be.
So, like 230 years, I mean, that's a lot of players.
But then again, when did Kenyon get drafted? Well, hell, he went with the Nets.
Late 90s, probably.
Had to be.
Because that finals was that like 2001 or 2000?
And he
or 2001.
And he hadn't been in the league very much.
2002.
Before that.
Yeah, late 90s, I would think. Maybe mid 90s. Yeah. So if it's just since he started, that's, well, I guess that would be 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On another list, he did name Bill Walton, though.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a little different.
Bill Walton, Kareem, himself, I think that's about it. I do need to go find this list because I want a good chuckle. But like we were,
There, I would say most of the list probably makes sense, but there's
yeah,
got to be maybe 5 to 10% that is going to be
he
pretty
was taking
funny.
he took shots. About 10% of that he took shots. I'm not even mad at him. Um, yeah, if I'm starting a team today, I'm not picking Draymond first. Prime Draymond versus Prime
No.
Kenyon Martin. I'm not doing that.
You need Draymond with two other awesome dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to be a good player for any team, I think. But is he going to be a level raiser? He was a level raiser for Golden State because his specific skill set fit that team on both ends like
Yeah,
perfectly.
they had all the offense they needed. We need somebody to come in here and defend. Somebody in here who
Someone
has
that's willing to play
IQ.
center that is not even close to a center.
Mm-hmm. Like we need that.
Yeah.
So I like you, Draymond. I love y'all for giving me these laughs, but I need you to be real, dog. I'm not never.
He's not gonna be real.
No, I told you it's them rings, man.
Yeah.
4 ring, like it is very hard to argue with somebody who has 4 rings.
Yeah.
It's very hard
It
hard
just like
to dispute somebody who has 4 rings.
yeah. It depends on the context of what you're saying. Because if you're saying Draymond Green is overrated, you could maybe make that argument. If you're saying he's not a good player and that he's only good because of Steph and Clay, that's not true.
No.
If you're saying that they could easily win those titles without him, I think that's false. I think there are definitely some players you could have plugged in there and they would have had close success.
Mm-hmm.
But those players, like I think of a guy like Paul Millsap, like just guys at like that time that were that good and like
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
and like Paul Millsap was a totally different offensive player, obviously, and not as good defensively, but a good defensive forward. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a small list of dudes you could have plugged in there, and I think they would have still won titles. But Draymond was essential to those teams, so
Mm-hmm.
it depends on the argument you're trying to make.
And honestly, I don't even know what point they're trying to make at this point. Honestly, because all of this started by saying Draymond, he don't think Draymond is that tough or is that much of a bully.
Yeah,
And then Draymond
but
responded back with, "Oh, well, you're a failure. Why are you even talking to me?" That lets me know that you're a little hurt,
yeah,
and there may be some truth to what I said, but
the
you got it.
the tough guy stuff in the NBA I think is dumb because no one really is anymore.
Nobody's gonna
Like
do anything.
everyone that's old that used to play, like no shit, they're not as tough as you guys. There was no hand checking rules. Like they
Mm-hmm.
played the game was just way different
Mm-hmm.
back in the 90s and the 80s. Comparing players nowadays to players back then in that regard is not a fair comparison because the game is totally different. I mean, the 3-point shooting really like changed a lot. The rules definitely benefit offensive players more now than they used to. So it's hard to make those comparisons.
Mm-hmm. I just had something with them, and I can't remember now. But it's like we were talking earlier. Draymond wouldn't even be a power forward in shit in any other era other than this one.
Mm-hmm.
And who's a power forward now? Who's the best?
Like traditional,
Who's the best 5 power forwards right now? Not even traditional. Just who's
just guys playing power forward technically.
the best 5 power forwards right now?
That's a good question. The like how we classify players now is just so different. Because
Oh,
like All Star and all NBA, they don't really do it positionally as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guidelines are a lot looser.
Mm-hmm. They
So
just classify them big men.
yeah. So
I don't even
gosh,
think they do that anymore. Don't they do like front court and back court?
I think so.
Which is
Yeah.
even kind of
And
weirder.
yeah.
But like, if we
I
going,
mean, like I think of like Julius Randle as a traditional power forward.
he barely doing something with you. That's man.
Yeah. Like I mean, like Evan Mobley, is he a power forward or a center? Like he plays power forward, but like on a lot of teams he's probably a center.
Yeah,
Uh,
because they got Jared Allen. So
OG is technically a power forward or Cat.
that is
Like
tricky.
neither of those really make sense.
That is
You know
tricky.
what I mean?
Cat definitely is a power forward. I really look at him as well. He's playing more power forward now because we have Mitch. So.
Yeah. And with Gobert he was, but before that he was playing center.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and his build, I think I look at him and I say center. His game may be more power forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like Aaron Gordon's a power forward. I would say he's semi-traditional. He's definitely more of like a wing type of guy.
I think back in the day he would have been a three.
He would have been. He started off his career as a three, I believe,
I think so.
in Orlando.
I think so. I think so.
So, yeah, yeah, he definitely played three early in his career. Like when they got Jonathan Isaac when he was actually useful, they were playing him at the four. And I don't think things went well when Aaron Gordon was playing the three, but I don't know if that was his fault or just like the fact that he was on the Magic. You know.
That's valid.
So
That's
it's yeah, I don't know.
I can,
Like KD, is he playing power forward right now? Probably
I think
technically.
so. I
Yeah,
think so. I
it's
think so.
nowadays it's just so much like there are definitely teams where it's like okay we have a like Houston like all right we definitely have a center. Everyone else we kind of just mix it around.
Speaking of KD, what would he have been?
Back in the day, I would say he would have been a three, and
I don't know.
I would say most of his career he's technically been a three.
Yeah.
Like OKC, he was a three. Golden State, he was a three. Played four when Draymond was the five, but again, that team was just different. Once he left Golden State, he started trending more towards playing the four with Brooklyn and the Suns.
Hmm.
Is Jason Tatum a four? Like, it's just hard
Shit.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. He's definitely a three, but how much does he play three, and how much does he play four? You know, Jalen Brown, is he a two or a three? It's like, does it
I, th-
matter?
I
I don't
think.
know.
I think. I think JT is a three. I don't think
Jalen Brown is probably a three as well, though.
he
But they're on the
is.
same
He
team,
is.
so yeah,
Well, shit. When they had Marcus Smart, he was, wasn't he?
exactly.
Right. If
Yeah,
I'm, if
and
I'm thinking right.
Jason Tatum was playing the four, so
I'm thinking right. And then they had Porzingis at the five, or was that Horford?
that would have been before Porzingis. Yeah, Horford. Who was before Horford there? It was someone bad, like Aaron Baines or something.
Mm.
No disrespect, but they upgraded when they got Al Horford. Like we
Even
know
though
that.
we've been disrespecting players for like
We
the last
yeah.
10 minutes,
But if you disrespect them and then say no disrespect, then it cancels out. So
we don't. If we have disrespect, y'all, we don't mean it.
yeah,
We don't.
yeah.
We don't at all. All of this is just to say, Draymond, you aren't. I don't even want to say that because that's disrespectful. Just take your wins, dog. There's no need to try and extra argue them and just take your win.
That's the thing I find funny about some of the stuff is like, why do you care? Because like I think, to be honest, I think most people are going to look back upon those two careers and say, "Oh, I would take Draymond's career over Kenyon Martin." Just for the full picture part of it, the winning the titles, defensive player of the year type stuff. I would say most people would probably say if I had to pick a career to be a part of, I would take Draymond's.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So like, why do you care?
Definitely.
Why do you care about what an old player says? And there's so many old players saying dumb stuff, and I'm not saying Kenyon Martin said anything dumb because I don't. I actually mostly agree with that list from what we've seen of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's just a lot of different factors, and I don't know why Draymond would be upset about anything at this point in his career. I mean, he's had an insane career.
After he punched out Jordan Poole, man, you still got an extension. I feel like just
Exactly, and Jordan Poole got shipped out of there.
I just feel like everything else after that, like just let it go, bro.
Yeah,
Just let it go.
yeah.
I'm still taking King Martin over you though. It's no disrespect. It's really, really not. And I say that sincerely. It is no disrespect, but I'm taking Kenyon Martin over Draymond Green any day.
Yeah.
From our fort, any day.
Yeah.
Any. Like, and twice on Sunday. Um, Anything else prevalent in sports? Anything else we missed?
I don't think so.
Shador started.
Shador.
Shador started.
Yes.
Shador started.
Yes.
Shador started. What do you think?
Um, I'm happy he got a win.
Other than the Browns are ass.
Yeah.
And that coach, I don't know what's up with you, bro. The 2 wins that they had because of the 2 quarterbacks who were playing at that time. Not just Shador, but Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Both times when it was time for the game balls, he still gave it to he still said the whole team needs to get it. Which
So this last game, Myles Garrett, I believe, had it was either 3 or 5 sacks.
okay.
I think it was 3 because 5 would be ridiculous. I think he's had 5 over the past 2 games. I think is what it is.
Okay.
Myles Garrett is the best player in that team by like 7 miles. He should probably get the game ball every game. So in that specific case, I'm gonna defend Stefanski on that. And let's be honest here, the defense in general is the only reason that team is not winless at the moment. I'll give Shador credit; he made some good throws, but
bro, you said 7 miles.
Watch that team once and tell me anything different.
Oh, I don't dispute it. It is also why I've called Myles Garrett one of the stupidest people in the world. Because why in the fuck did you choose to go there?
That was one of the most disappointing decisions I've ever seen made in sports.
Like, I understand
you had a way out.
I understand you got the money for it. Yeah. You got paid. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But come on, bro.
And he asked for a trade before signing that extension. What about the team? Nothing changed. It's not like, hey, we just got an awesome quarterback all of a sudden. It's like, no, actually, the team is probably worse off than it was when you asked for a trade.
It's brand new. Go ahead, you want it. I shined it up real nice for you. That's what they did to you, dog. That is exactly what they did to you.
And it like the NFL is not like the NBA where you can say, all right, I'm going to sign this extension, but in 8 months, you're trading me.
Mm-hmm.
That happens in the NBA a lot. And that's just how it is. The NFL, it doesn't really work like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he was expecting that. I don't know if he's still expecting it.
I hope he's not.
And I'm not saying it's impossible.
I am.
It's very unlikely.
It's impossible
that he will get traded.
It's impossible. You're the only hope they have.
Yeah.
You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You want to get out of that, you're going to have to retire.
Your leverage as an athlete is before the extension. Because as soon as you sign that extension, they don't have to do anything.
Nothing.
And you don't want to play, you don't get paid. And you get fined. So Good luck to him. But he is on pace to break the sack record this year, which is pretty nuts. So at least he's got that going for him. He's gonna have the sack record and a lot of money, and you can't have everything.
Mm-mm.
So, you know,
Mm, mm, mm.
yeah.
Yep. Well, next time, get off the Browns, dog. Should have learned. Just get off the Browns, man. I think they need to. They need to. I shouldn't say this because I'm a Nick fan, and I know people have said this about my team. I feel like they need to just break down them. Just break down the Browns. Just start all the way over.
Yeah.
Because at this point, y'all just can't get right. Like any and everything that y'all do, I don't give a damn what it is, who it came from, who told you to do it, anything. It just does not work there.
Mm-mm.
Mm, mm,
Mm-mm.
mm, 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 mm.
Imagine being a Browns fan and watching Baker Mayfield right now. I wouldn't be on this planet anymore if I was a Browns fan. I'll tell you that right now.
Imagine being a Browns fan. Just period.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I have enough heart.
Hey, I will give them some hope though. Look at the Lions, okay? The Lions were the Browns, and I one thing I will say is the Browns were also bad when the Lions are bad, so that probably hurts a little bit too. It can get better, okay? Because the Lions were 0-16 one year. They were so bad with Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson that Calvin Johnson retired, and Matthew Stafford got traded to a team that he won a Super Bowl with and might win a second with this year. And they're still a good team. So,
These are all facts.
you know, it can get better. I'm not saying it will, but it can. And I guess that's also geared towards Jets fans too, because it's about the same there.
Whew.
Maybe worse, because at least the Browns have 2 first-round picks next year. Well, I guess the Jets do too, thanks to the Colts, but they're gonna mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're gonna do something. They're gonna trade us back our picks. I'm going on record as saying that. What else we got in sports? What else? What else? Um. Okay, so I know about some of these other bigs. I'm sure gonna have to take the lead on this one because I definitely don't know. Like I know about Jalen Duren, which Jalen Duren I do like him a lot. I know about him about a year or two ago. He was somebody that every time I put in a ticket, every time I put in a parlay, I put him on there for a double double or for like his fantasy score or rebounds and assists.
yeah,
So I know he is very consistent with that. Other than that, I don't know none of new ones. You know, I've been paying attention too much to the Knicks and doing
yeah,
any and everything else.
yeah. I was watching the Pistons played the Pacers twice in the past week, and
Mm.
I just happened to see who I thought was Andre Drummond reincarnated, and it happened to be Jalen
That's
Duren.
somebody else Draymond couldn't do nothing with. Andre Drummond. And he couldn't even score like that.
Yeah,
But you wasn't getting that rebound from him.
no.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Andre Drummond, his offensive game is a little bit underrated in my opinion. He's a bench guy now, but he's still got a little something. He has a little handle.
I'm very, very confident. His shit was better than Draymond's.
Yeah,
And I'm probably
that's
taking him.
Kenyon Martin. You take that name if you want it. Maybe a little bit different style that you've been going for, but yeah.
Kenyon didn't put his name on that list.
And that's incredibly impressive right there. Yeah. But yeah, Jalen Duren, he is I think 21. That dude is a problem. Like I think he's Andre Drummond, but like way better on defense. If Andre Drummond was not just a good shot blocker back in his prime, I mean he would have been all NBA every year. He was, on that level as is. Jalen Duren with him and Cade, Detroit, I'm starting to worry about as a fan of an Eastern Conference team.
Well, I saw what they did to us last year in the playoffs.
They gave y'all a run, man.
They did. Which is another thing that I kind of don't like about Draymond. This is not why I'm biased towards this situation. Draymond finds any and every excuse to try and talk about the Knicks.
Really?
Every single.
I've never.
Oh, anytime he's on this podcast, people talk to him about it. He say something. Oh my God, he's damn near like Paul Pierce.
Okay.
Damn near. He's damn near like
And
Paul
why
Pierce.
though? Because Paul Pierce played the Knicks, but Draymond's on the complete other side of the country. So what?
With Draymond, sometimes I feel like, how do I explain it? Okay, so you know how certain people, their path and road to success was a whole lot different than everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Draymond, because his was different than everyone else's, he got different pictures that nobody else could have. He's bitter towards everyone else.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Because maybe he had to like work harder to get where he's at, type of thing.
You know, one of them
Yeah.
type things. Oh,
That's.
I'm a second round pick. I was a second rounder, and
Yeah. He also was nothing before Steve Kerr. Um, so he shouldn't have too much of a chip on his shoulder. But I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Like everyone knows that watch basketball in the past 10 years that Steve Kerr took that team from playoff team to finals team incredibly quickly. And probably the biggest outside of Steph just becoming what he is, which he was very good before Steve Kerr was there too. But putting Draymond in that starting lineup, it did unlock that next level.
mm-hmm.
So, and obviously Draymond deserves credit for that. But again, if Draymond was on the Rockets his whole career, would he still be here?
His career would have been
I
10
don't
years.
know.
It would have been 10
If
years.
he was on the Suns,
Oh, God. He wouldn't have lasted a year.
if he was on Charlotte, like situation matters.
He would have been in the G League. Literally in the G League.
Yeah. He might be coaching a G League team right now. So, which I really do hope that there's a future of coaching for Draymond, because that would be some the ejections he would get, the texts he would get on the sideline would be all time. It would be all time.
Bro,
So I pray that we get that in our future.
You funny as shit, dog. That's why I love you, dog. You funny as shit. Oh, that is funny as hell. Oh my God.
He'd be coaching the Noblesville Boom right
now. Nah, he going back to Michigan, man.
Yeah, he would.
He's going back to Michigan.
What's the Detroit? It's like probably like Grand Rapids something.
Grand Rapids Sound. Yeah. That really sounds like it could be their
That
name.
would be, if that's not it, they should change this to that. I like that. And shout out to Grand Rapids. I've been there. I've been there a few times.
I told you every single episode he give me one.
Single one. Grand Rapids is not a flex. Like it very much. Great place. But it's, it's just a Midwest city.
Nah, fuck that. That's a flex. You've been everywhere, bro. Literally everywhere. You can talk about everywhere. Take your flex.
Damn near. Yeah.
Just take your flex. Okay. We got your door. Got all of that. Is there anything else we're forgetting in sports?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to think if there's anything else, but I can't think of anything. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to check this thing after last week.
I think it's still...
We're good.
Okay. I was going to say, because I've been trying to look at the light.
That's the thing. My eye adjusts, I think, so I don't see it as much. And then it worries me that it's out.
Because when we first started, it was like really, really brighter.
That's the thing.
Is that okay? It's not just me.
So like I noticed it. So I don't know if it's my eye adjusting so it doesn't look as bright, or if it's the phone dimming a little bit. Either way, we're good.
I got it. Okay. In this fucked up market we're in right now, what do we got for finances? What we got for the staple stocks of the week? if we have anything.
So what I've been doing lately is anything we've talked about on this podcast to this point, I'm still watching and maybe watching more because it's cheaper now. So I texted you about Nebius.
Mm-hmm.
It was at 1:30 at one point, which we were doing our victory laps on here about. And by the way, they actually might be opening up a data center in Greenwood
Oh,
coming up here. So we might have some Nebius in town. So I'm really excited about that if that comes through. Um, it's taken a tumble as
mm-hmm.
the market in general has.
Yeah,
I
it's
texted,
all across the board.
yeah,
All across the board.
and also and this is actually we talked about this maybe on the last pod about how things go down sometimes and you can't let it scare you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good learning opportunity for anyone that's not in the market or just getting into it. This just happens.
Yes.
It's a roller coaster ride, and if you're in it long enough, you will always finish at the top. But there's gonna be a free fall. That's just kind of how it goes,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't always make sense. Right now is kind of one of those times. I will say this time of year, every year for the most part, is kind of like this. It may not be as bad, but for some reason, the end of the year, people just start freaking out. I don't know if they're selling stocks to get Christmas money or what the hell's going on, but there's
The
just,
economy is a little fucked up.
yeah, and like government was shut down for a while, people with government jobs,
Mm.
like there's all the thing about the economy when you have the American economy alone is 340 million people. And obviously, our economy powers the world economy. So, like, there's just so
How
many
many?
340 million.
Did you look that up?
It it's been around that for a while. It's
That
been
was that
around
was
that.
that was just a nice
It's
exact roundabout
it's
number.
yeah, it's maybe give or take a few million, but
Take a few.
it's been in that range for a while for the most part. But yeah, so we have roughly 340 million people in this economy. And then the global economy ties into our economy. So like there's so many different factors. Like when Russia bombs Ukraine, our stock market goes down. There's a lot of people that doesn't make sense to, and I understand why.
You
But it's
know,
like the whole world is just tied together. Like a bomb goes off across the ocean and it affects trade. So there's less goods coming in, less goods going out. Like there's just so much that goes into the economy and just the
is it
markets in general.
which one of those are our allies?
Ukraine
Right.
is our
Okay.
ally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say it's not Russia, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Russia has never fucked with us, to my knowledge, at least.
So we were technically allies with Germany or with not Germany, with Russia during World War II. The only that situation was more of a the friend or the enemy of my enemy is my friend type
Mm-hmm.
of thing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where it's like, listen, we got to stop Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take the whole world over. Literally, as soon as the war ended, we took control of Berlin. We took the west part. Russia took the east part. So, and I could subtle flex about being in Berlin because I have been to Berlin, and I've been to and I have
Two.
seen the difference between West Berlin and East Berlin, where you could see like that kind of communist, the difference between the capitalists and the communists, and just like
Is
how
it
things were
okay?
built essentially.
And I know not literally. Is it like when you go the from like the good neighborhoods to the projects?
Somewhat, somewhat, yeah.
Like when you driving down Sunnyside and you get over this way versus that way. Like, do you notice the difference?
It there is a difference, but it's not
That
the
big?
same difference.
Okay. All
So
right.
like
All right.
basically aside from China, which is more of like capitalism and communism kind of like mixed together. And I didn't think that this would ever become something we talked about on this podcast, by the way. Um,
We're well
but
versed.
a lot of like communists buildings, for example, it's kind of all the same.
Okay.
There's not a lot of like creativity to it. So you drive through the
Okay. Okay.
projects in
Okay.
Indianapolis, and it might be run down,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like the houses are like cinder block, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're normal houses. So like it's poor, but it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not depressing, but it's like it's not just a bunch of like when you drive into East Berlin nowadays, which is just called Berlin, but it was East Berlin at one point, or Eastern Germany, I guess. And like there will just be apartment complexes, just rows of them that all look the exact same.
Okay.
You go to the other side, and it's like it's all different because like that's
But that's
what competition breeds is like a little bit of creativity.
but that's kind of like, okay. Remember? Did you ever come to my old house?
I never did, no.
Okay.
The one where the roof fell
Mm-hmm.
in.
So that's another story for another day. So, and remember how I used to say my mom and my dad, they both lived in the houses next door to me.
Uh-huh.
So it was me, my mama and pop. We had these three houses that were in a row. Those houses back in the day were like military barrack houses.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Was it over by like Fort Bend?
No, it was over on 16th and Emerson.
Okay.
But and the way that because Mama had said that one day, I was like, what, what? And she was like, yeah, look at my kitchen. Mama's kitchen, out of all three of us, she had the smallest kitchen. My closet in there is bigger than her kitchen.
That's crazy.
That her kitchen was literally the size.
That's the size of my apartment kitchen right now. She had that in the house. That's rough,
Oh, it was smaller.
man. Smaller.
It was small. It was so small that she couldn't get a regular refrigerator.
Really.
She had to get one of those college ones. You know, it's still like the
It's not a
full
mini
size one.
fridge, but it's smaller. Yeah.
It was one of those.
Like a garage fridge kind of thing.
Yes, yes, yes. She had to get one of those. Her kitchen was probably okay. You see where this wall bumps out at?
Mm-hmm.
From there, probably to the end of the wall, and comes out to maybe where your foot is.
That's nuts. So like you couldn't lay down fully across.
Going this way?
Yeah.
No, fuck no,
Wow.
fuck no, no,
Damn.
no. But oddly enough, my house, which was next door, my kitchen was huge. I had an open floor plan. I had all kind of cabinets and shit. Like it was, yeah, Ma, you can come cook over here. Just come cook over here. Yeah, you don't need to at your house. Just come over here. I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, have fun. Like so, once it comes, and a lot of times, with that being said, I go to thinking about is that how some of these projects got started?
That would make sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like old military barrack houses that we're not at war anymore, so now they don't live in these anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we gonna do with them now? Let's make them projects.
Yeah. I'm sure that's part of it. I mean, a lot of the projects were built just to separate white and black people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so,
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. Which I always try to remind people that you should not believe the government
No,
is there for
no.
you because, like, that wasn't that long ago. I know, like, things have changed,
No, they haven't.
but this
But okay.
specific country has literally created the projects and have they done anything to eliminate them?
The only thing that they've done to eliminate them is shit like cut off food stamps and make people skeptical about trusting the government.
Yeah. And again, this is going way off path, but the whole SNAP thing with the government shutdown is a great reminder that you should not rely on the government.
At all.
If you need them in a stretch of your life, it's great that that's offered.
Mm-hmm.
But when that government shuts down, what if it shuts down for 6 months?
Ooh.
Seems crazy. Is it possible?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
very.
Those food stamps go away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you rely on the government too much. You're just opening the door for yourself to not have food or shelter.
Not even just the food stamps. People who work for the government. I have a homegirl. She worked for the government, and she was like, "Yeah, I've been going to work. I ain't even been getting paid." Me, me personally. Y'all know I've said this probably about different things. So you probably know what I'm gonna say already. I'm not mature enough for that. I would have been walked out.
Oh yeah.
Been walked out.
Oh yeah.
We
I'm sure
ain't,
people did.
we ain't getting
Because
paid.
the thing is, like, you get back pay, but can you afford to get to that back pay? When the government shut down for 6 weeks, I mean, most people live paycheck to paycheck. Like,
Man,
I mean,
most people live half a paycheck to half a paycheck.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Put
yeah,
that into perspective.
yeah.
Okay.
So, like, some of those higher end jobs, like air traffic controllers, like, everyone's talked about how overrun they were and stuff because they were still
Mm-hmm.
having to work.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume they're getting paid good enough where they had a little bit of leeway. Like they could have taken a month off and still had some money around. But if you're working at the post office or you're working at the DMV or something, those people they need that check
Mm-hmm.
every month, every week, or
Bad.
every 2 weeks. So I would
Not talking
imagine a
about
lot of
anybody.
those people quit,
Okay.
at least temporarily.
Not talking about anybody, but they need it bad.
Yeah,
Bad, 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 bad.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um,
So that took an insane right turn there. But
it did. But getting back on track, what I will say about this fucked up ass economy, it's not really fucked up, but
it's shaky.
yes.
And that
What I
again,
will say
it's just
about this shaky economy, great word, thank you. This is definitely the time to buy. Do your research a little bit, figure out exactly when you want to get in, but this is the time to get in.
yeah.
While everything is dipping down, while everything is getting lower, while the whole market is looking a little shaky, this is when you want to get in.
Yeah.
This
And
is
this is the time when people are scared the most because they see that red,
mm-hmm,
they see that minus percentage.
mm-hmm,
But I looked at my account and it's about August levels right now.
okay.
August was 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm,
It it's not that bad. Like the market's been really good this year and it took a 3 month step back. It
mm-hmm.
can make that 3 months up in a month
Definitely.
or less.
Definitely can.
So it's healthy for it to pull back like this. Anything we've talked about, anything that you've looked at on your own that you've been interested in, but you think it's too expensive, congrats. You just got a 10% discount.
That's a fact. And that is how I need to start looking at it too. Because
And there is some stuff that doesn't come back. I will say that.
mm-hmm,
There's some stuff that it got way too high and people finally realized it and they sold it and it might not get back to that point ever or for a long time.
mm-hmm.
And that's why it's good to kind of learn fundamentals and stuff and just see what people are saying about certain stocks because some stuff like you sent me that Oklo was up like 150% a year. That might not get back to where it was
No.
because that was pretty out of nowhere and kind of a trendy type of thing because it's AI related. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of AI stuff went crazy, and some of those companies haven't made a cent. So some of that stuff maybe be a little bit careful about.
Not one penny. Which, speaking of which, they don't have anymore, which makes no sense to me. But
It's because it costs more to make than it's worth. It's sad because everyone loves a penny, everyone loves Abe Lincoln, everyone loves that little copper. Uh, but they've talked about this for years because I think costs like 3 cents to make it. So you look at it like that, and it's like, all right. Plus, everyone just pays with their freaking phone nowadays.
Why
Anyway.
was there ever a fucking copper penny? Why we ain't make them wood? I guess because people can make that themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all minting related. Which people do make fake money, but it's pretty damn hard.
Oh, yes, they do. Man, I have a low budget hood movie for you from back home. It's called Dollars, where they were making money.
Okay.
It was actually a genius scam. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not gonna blow up the spot, so never mind. But yes, it was actually a genius plan. They had this method to where they would turn $1 into $100 bills.
Interesting.
And then they would take those $100 bills, go to a gas station, and spend $1, or spend $2. You know what I mean, something like that, and just get $99 back in change, and just go to the next gas station, do the same exact thing.
That's crazy.
Do it.
I would love to see that process because, I mean, that would be the best way to make fake money is by using real money to start. Because if you're printing money, like I think they're pretty good nowadays at being able to figure that out. But if you can somehow, like, I can't even imagine how you would do that. And again, we're not going to blow it up. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so rip the penny, but from a financial standpoint, it makes sense.
And now everywhere I've been going, like if I do need a penny, or it was supposed to get charged like a penny or 6 cents or whatever, they've just been rounding it up to a 5.
Rounding it up?
Yes.
Of course. That's
like the change that I'm getting back.
Oh, I thought you meant like what you'd have to pay them.
I've been wondering. I haven't caught it to where it's rounded up what I owe. I haven't caught it yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna come.
If it's like 99 and it goes up 1 cent, that makes sense. But if it's like 96 cents and it goes up to $1,
I'm not fucking with that. We'll see. What is bad? I paid for something in cash, and I think I was supposed to get 4 cents back, but instead they rounded it up and I got 5 cents. I got a nickel back. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess.
The thing is, like, because I actually went to a coffee shop earlier and they had something about pennies in there too. Are you telling me they don't have any pennies, or do they just not want to keep them in circulation? I don't understand that. Because there's how many pennies do you think are in circulation right now? I mean, it's billions.
I would hope so.
So
I would hope so.
There's no shortage of pennies, like, and they just stopped making them, like 2 weeks ago or whatever.
I wonder how many they're gonna make for this last batch. Well, no, they already did.
They already did. Batch. I don't know, I don't know how that goes, but I would imagine they're minting a crazy amount at once. Because have you seen like the sheets of bills they print out? I mean, it's like a whole sheet that they cut. And I would imagine pennies, like, I guess it's just a copper coin that gets stamped or something. So yeah, I don't know how it works.
I don't know, but that's tricky.
But keep your pennies, because coins are already, like, some certain coins are worth a lot.
That's a fact.
And hey, you want to talk about investing? How about you keep what you already have and you do nothing, and maybe in 30 years you'll have a penny that's worth like $100 or more. So, keep that in mind. Don't go spend them.
Don't do it.
Keep them.
Don't do it.
Because the company's going to do the same thing you're doing. Or they're going to trade it to the Fed and get some cash back. So,
just making money off us, hand over fist, man. Every goddamn on time. All right, that's enough about the real world. Anything else? Okay. We did. We really went through the whole real world.
We did a full circle on that one. Like, we talked about World War II. We talked about foreign conflicts. We talked about the projects. I mean, we did it all right there.
We were very well versed. Okay, so we're going to this last one. We're not going to take too long because I have an opinion, but I don't have an opinion. I don't know enough about him and his artistry to form that much of an opinion, and I'm not going to be a hater. On Apple Music, Tyler the Creator is the artist of the year. What are your thoughts before I get into mine?
I wouldn't really know who would be up for that. You would probably be better at that than
I've
me.
kind of been trying to think,
Yeah,
and I've been drawing the blank.
yeah. Tyler, I wouldn't have even thought would be a possibility though. And part of that is that we're not really listeners of his.
At all.
Um, so, but I mean, Kendrick dropped this year. I mean, there's a ton of names, and it's artist, not just rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, Taylor, like,
Hold on, let me double check.
there's had a lot of names that are much bigger that have dropped this year that you would think would be in consideration for that. And I know Tyler dropped, but wasn't that kind of recent that he dropped too?
Mm-hmm.
He's already getting.
He dropped 2 projects this year.
Okay.
One was a full album. One was I guess EP mixtape something. But I mean, I don't know how they're trying to classify it.
Do you have a favorite moment where an artist dropped 2 times in the same year? Is there like a memorable time that happened for you?
For me, shit, Plies. Plies.
What year?
It's when he first came out. I want to say like 08, 09, 07. It's one of those 3 years. But he dropped Definition of Real, The Real Testament, and The Realist. At that point, he could do no wrong. He could do no wrong. Currency, shit, damn near every year since I started listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I have a standout one that you will probably be on board with, and that is Future in 2017 with Future and Hendrix. Not only the same year, the same month.
And you know something to that same point, Future last year with We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You. Okay. Yeah. Oh, nope. Because I ain't even gonna put it on. Nope. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Nope. But yeah, Tyler. He dropped Chromacopia. I believe that's how you say it. And then Don't Tap the Glass. I have heard a lot of good things about this Chromacopia. Don't Tap the Glass. I tried to listen to it. I couldn't get into it. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But most Tyler music is it. But to say that for him to get Artist of the Year, it's not even December yet.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet. It's an early call. It's an early call.
I don't want to hate on it, so I'm not going to comment on it. Congratulations. Yeah. We'll leave that there. Yeah. Congratulations. Congrats. I don't. Who else could I have given it to? Maybe that's the better question. I don't know. I'm gonna ponder on that a
I
little bit.
mean, to me, like,
Does Tyler the Creator ever get tired? It's a silly enough question at face value, but when you consider what the LA hailing, Odd Future founding, Golf Wang world building creative has given to culture over the past decade and a half, only to have ratcheted up that that same output with the release of Chromacopia and Don't Tap the Glass in under a year's time. Well, if rap were a sport, we'd be testing this guy for PEDs.
that's just ridiculous.
His output through the end of 25 did more than just reinforce his position as one of the most gifted creatives of his era. Bro, I'm not reading all that.
I mean, that's something that one of his PR companies wrote up, obviously.
Yeah, but do you see how long this shit
Yeah,
is?
that's
I think I just now got like down here.
actually that might have been someone at Apple that did
I would hope
that. Yeah,
somebody who's
I
getting paid.
I, I can imagine the person that wrote that, and I'm not gonna say it, but they might look more like me than Travis. We'll just say
Oh, there's no question there. There is no question.
that. And when that starts getting involved, there's a very small group of people in that description that are passable for making decisions and writing some weird shit like that. And I can already guarantee this guy does not classify.
Uh-uh.
Um,
Right.
so
I do want to acknowledge that Tyler has had a big year.
yeah,
I don't know if it was the best of 25, but he has had a good year. So
yeah. I was thinking Kendrick dropped last year, not this year. This year's flown by so fast. I thought it was this year. But so yeah, I don't know. I can't think of like I mean Taylor dropped. Like I'm trying to think of other like super mainstream artists that had a good year. A lot of like in the rap realm hasn't been a ton of mainstream action going on. I don't feel like this year. You know,
a lot of people are just getting away from that shit because I don't need to.
yeah.
I don't need. Have you listened to Wale album yet?
Mm-mm.
Wale has a very, 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 very,
I
very.
might have listened to a small amount of it actually.
He has a very. I would definitely recommend. Please go listen to Belly. It's the second song on the album. I love that. That song has had me in a chokehold, like a chokehold. But I'm saying all this to say, Wale's album was very, very good. The singles that they picked for his album, that his label picked, and all of that, who are supposed to be lending him a hand and all that type of stuff. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. They don't know
That
what they're
happens,
doing.
man.
They don't know what they're doing. I'm convinced they didn't even listen to the album.
Yeah.
The singles that they chose, they're not bad songs. They're not the top of that album.
Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie about Queen?
No, and I want to.
You should.
Is it good?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
There's a scene
I need to.
in that kind of shows how that song Bohemian Rhapsody they wanted to be the single, and the record label was like, "No, we want it to be this song,"
Mm-hmm.
which was a good song.
Mm-hmm.
But
It ain't this.
if it yeah, it ain't that. And again, that's why you get some of these suits involved and stuff, and they think they know what makes money and appeals to people, but there's a reason they're in a suit and not on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's some record labels that are much better about than others, I'm sure. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunate how often that happens. And like, what can you really do when they're paying you that much money too?
Not a damn thing. Sit down.
I mean, you can
smile.
argue, and I will say nowadays there's more leverage for the artist because they can, if
Mm-hmm.
they have a big enough audience,
Mm-hmm.
which if you're in a record label, I mean, you're tied to that, obviously. But you could say, fuck off. Like I'll go do my own thing and
Mm-hmm.
still sell records, but
Mm-hmm. The
it
old
is tricky.
the old Tech Nine way.
Yes,
Okay. Have you ever heard a song by Tech Nine?
I have.
Really?
Maybe mostly features actually.
I've never heard it.
Didn't he do a lot of stuff with like Eminem back in the day?
I want to say yeah.
Yeah,
I have never heard a Tech Nine song ever.
I think you're okay.
I've
I
never
think you're
heard.
okay.
Well, I know that part, but I say that to say I've never heard a Tech Nine song a day in my life.
Yeah,
He is always one of the highest earner rappers.
really. Just because he's got ownership on
The shit that he does behind, he has ownership of all his music and all that. He does his own tours and all of that. He does his own merchandise and all of
it.
that. He he is always like if he's out that year, he's always one of the top earner rappers.
Interesting.
Always.
I wonder how big it shows he's doing.
I think I looked at a picture of him yesterday or something like that. Show was huge, huge. So
Yeah, good for
motherfuckers,
him.
motherfuckers doing their thing.
Yeah,
They definitely doing their thing. Like
it's the way to do it, man. At a certain level, if you're owning everything, I mean, you're making an insane amount of money.
I do know Dolph opened up for him once.
Okay.
He had him on like not when Dolph was first starting out, but when he was like starting to get mainstream stuff like that. And I think he went on tour with Tech Nine. He was one of the openers type thing. And then that's how Dolph kind of not literally bit off of him or anything, but how he kind of on our Tech Nine the way he got his business and learned some shit from him.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Tech Nine, that's always when I always just go back to him. Like he is a perfect example because he caters to his fans, to his core audience. He say fuck the rest of this shit.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if you own everything, you can have a smaller audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you, as someone that worked in the music industry for a few years, there's a lot of hands.
Yeah.
A lot of hands involved. And that paycheck can quickly dwindle when you got to pay this guy and that guy, and you got to pay taxes and all this stuff.
It goes from this to this.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
So you could be selling shows, 20,000 people, and you own 30%, or you could do 5,000 and own 100% or 95 or whatever.
Which is crazy.
So. And you set your own terms that way too. If there's a tour you don't want to do, you don't do it. If there's a record you don't want to drop at a certain time, you don't drop it.
It's fuck a tour. Like I'm doing my own tours. I'm not going where I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Which that is the biggest and the best flex. That is what you want. That's what you live for.
Yep. And like the length too, because I mean, some of these tours are going on for 4 to 6 months, and you're traveling around the world. If you have more control, or you say, all right, I'm gonna do 2 months here, I'm gonna take 4 months off, I'm gonna do 2 months in those places later on, and you just have a lot more control of your life that way.
All right. All right. That's the best of 2020. Oh, congrats, Tyler. Congrats. I might seriously do go listen to this Chromacopia. I did hear a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
I did.
I might as well give it a shot after talking some light shit. We've been talking light shit. We're giving him credit for what he's done.
I just want to know how. Like, I seriously do. It's like that one time when Khaled lost to him for their first week sales thing. And Khaled was like, at least you hear my album. Not no unheard shit.
I mean, that's fair.
And I felt him 1000% with that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on Tyler at all.
Like, we were talking about this before recording, that Tyler is just more of a niche guy that is almost been force fed to us in a way to like seem like he's mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of mainstream rappers, I don't think of Tyler the Creator. I just
I
don't.
don't.
Like maybe that next tier down, sure, he's obviously very popular, has been for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but he ain't Drake, he ain't Future, he ain't Kendrick. You know, there's levels to it. And those dudes haven't dropped this year, and I guess sometimes that just opens that path up. But
Well, hell, that's because Future he dropped 2, 3 last year.
yeah. Hey, where's the love for Young Thug too, by the way? Man gets off and then drops a record and come on, man.
I'm really,
Definitely some bias in that, but come on, like
I'm really trying to think who else could
it
I
was
extend
a
that
like
to.
I don't know, I think we talked a little bit about that record, but I thought it was fucking good. I thought it was a mix of a different generation of Young Thug.
Oh,
Like
this new one he just dropped. It was cool. It was
there's like
cool.
some beautiful Thugger girls in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some
Mm-hmm.
slime season in there. Like different songs you get. You almost it's almost like a timeline in a way of like his career. Like I after listening to it twice, I really noticed that and that's great. I think when you can see an artist grow like that, but also kind of like channel some of their older ways. I thought it was really good.
All right, I'm gonna give it a little shot. I don't. It ain't gonna be to. It won't be this weekend. But I am.
Don't ruin your Thanksgiving
Fuck
weekend.
no, no. Speaking of ruining Thanksgiving, okay, this is the last thing, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Have you ever ate chitlins?
I have not.
Have your family ever ate chitlins?
I doubt it.
Okay, so I had a girl at work come to me and tell me she was asking me about chitlins, and then she said, "I think I'm gonna get some for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna make them,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna bring them for Thanksgiving dinner with all my fam." And I was just looking at her, and I was like, "Have you ever had chitlins before?" No, but it's a but I want to try them, and it's a spill station right here, just in case they do drop. I said, "Has anyone in your family ever eaten chitlins before?" I'm pretty sure not. Don't do that shit.
That's not the time to try new things. Thanksgiving is a fairly set menu.
That's why
You
you
want
my
to
brother.
deviate a little
That's why
bit.
you my fucking brother, man. That is
You want to
why.
deviate a little bit for some family traditions, that's fine. But there's no family tradition there. So what? That's yeah,
We're just
that's pretty mind-boggling to me.
we're just getting
I feel like
chitlins.
that's something that you might want to try for the first time during the summer too. Just a personal
Mm-hmm.
with again no experience with chitlins personally, but I don't know, just
It
holiday season, like everyone kind of knows what you're supposed to eat generally.
eating
I don't
damn
think that's one of those things. Unless again there's family tradition, that's fine, but no family tradition, then you're taking quite a risk.
eating damn booty noodles on fucking Thanksgiving. Like, what are we doing, man? I told that damn girl, I said, "Dog, don't do that shit, man. You do not want your house smelling like that for no reason, because they gonna throw them shits out.
Yeah.
You gonna waste your money, waste your time, waste the smell in your house
Mm-hmm.
just for some motherfuckers to throw some shit away in your face. I can do that right now. But to each his own, and if you really do like chitlins,
Hey, if it works out, good for them.
enjoy your booty noodles. I love that name. That's so funny. That is funny as shit. All right. Anything else before we get up out of here?
I will say just to close music. I've been listening to East Atlanta Santa lately. Just every year I do this, and every year it makes me so happy because we got to deal with cold weather. We got to deal with snow. Put a little Gucci on. It just really heals some wounds. I feel like.
You know what? Always around Thanksgiving, around this time, you know what I always go back to?
What's that?
The soul tapes. Soul tapes.
Yeah.
And particularly, I always said the second one was my favorite the third one is growing on me a lot.
Okay.
I always liked the third, but I think as I'm getting older and older, I think the third one is just it's really hitting it home for me. Either that or I think I've listened to the second one so much that the third one is just kind of refreshing, and that's why it's kind of I'm leaning towards it.
Yeah.
I still love the first, but it's that second and that third one. I love them. But yeah, soul tapes. Those are few cold weather albums for you to pop on in, you guys. You know, and you know something. Just because I was on there earlier, Tim's new album. She got a new album. It's probably like 4, 5 songs, 7 at the most. It's very good. I like what Tim's doing. Tim says, "Shit, she could have been an artist of the year." So I'm not getting on that. I like what
let's
Tim's is
let's make a
doing.
Kenyon Martin list with the 200.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, I'm
I'll
not
do
doing
it.
it.
I'll do it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Our first
How
time,
about 20?
our first time going viral on this bitch will not be because all the Tyler fans wanted to cuss us out.
Oh, that is true.
Not doing it.
That's true.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those stand groups. Yeah. Yeah, the Beehive, and yeah, there's some powerful voices
Leave,
online. Yeah.
leave them alone.
Yeah. Love all you guys so much. Every single one.
I wish
Keep it up.
you can't see my feet, but their thumbs are up too. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Just keep supporting your peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else? Anything?
I'm all set, man.
I'm thinking. Have you went back to Life is Beautiful yet?
I did for a short time, and I still need to give it a full. I need to give it a full
I think
run.
I think I'm gonna get on it tonight because I haven't listened to it in a while.
This is I'm actually delayed from when I was supposed to. I mean, I have gone back to it, but just not like I need. I need 2 or 3 straight, not straight, 2 or 3 full sit down listens.
Me too.
To really have a good opinion on a record.
Me too.
And I've done it in chunks, so I need to put it together.
That's kind of me with this new Wale album. Like I've listened to the whole thing and I've listened to it a couple times, but Wale is one of those artists where his raps and stuff are so deep. I'm never gonna get this on the first couple.
It's got to soak in.
Yeah,
it's got to soak in.
And on this album, he's being so introspective and like
and like stuff like that. It's like, so easy to miss little things.
Yeah,
man. But you hear it 2 or 3 times, and your ear starts tuning in. It's like, oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
and sometimes it takes longer than that. There's been stuff I've gone to back after a year. I'm like, I never even got that the first time around. So.
So yeah, I've been on that, but definitely get on all of those. Catch y'all in about week and a half, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll see y'all. We'll have some more things in sports. Hopefully, the market will start going back up. We'll have another staple stock for you guys. Markets come up, please. Big wigs in the offices, stop fucking with shit, please. Just an appreciation. Get your cat spayed and neutered. I don't know where that came from.
I never understood why that was such a focus.
I don't either.
Like, I mean, I guess ultimately, yeah, like it's probably better, but like of all ways to end a show.
I finally got it. Because there's so many fucking stray cats.
I mean, yeah.
Because there's so many stray cats. You know some? I get your cat spayed and neutered.
Not your dogs. We need more puppies running around.
We do.
Cats, though.
We do.
For their sake, it's better to keep the population at a certain level.
But if you got a dog, clean up your dog shit. Stop letting it go to other people's yard. Yeah, this is a very sensitive, touchy subject for me. Yes, it is. Probably telling y'all a little too much, but who cares? Clean up after your dogs, please.
Yes.
It's no reason why your dog should be in my yard, looking at me like I don't belong, taking a poo in my yard.
Taking shit in your yard, staring you dead in the eyes.
Like
That's
I'm
some
wrong.
disrespect that is hard to quantify.
Like I'm wrong here. Like, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? That another
Yeah.
story, you guys. Just another story. So, as always, Trizap Triple C TV with me, brother.
D-line.
We'll catch y'all next time. Yeah.